Hello, my name is Jeff Grote. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Lion's Share Company, and I'm here today for our episode 6 of our podcast for Lion's Share Company called The Roar and the Reason. First, let me tell you a little bit about the Lion's Share Company. Lion's Share Company is a culmination of 6 companies. Lion's Share Company is not a holding company, it's an operating company. Or should I say the subsidiaries making up the Lion's Share Company is Wadsworth Service, Wadsworth Solutions, Wadsworth Energy, Warner Mechanical, Imperial Mechanical, and Wave Electric. Those are the 6. Here today to talk to you a little bit about our security division. Our security division's been around for about 14 years now. It's ran by an individual by the name of Matt Dillon. Matt is the vice president of our security group. Matt's done a tremendous job in building the organization. And I will sit here and tell you, the security group is one of the fastest growing groups that we've had over the last 5 years. It continues to allow us as the Lion's Share Company and Wadsworth Solutions, which it's a division of, to do a better job as a master system integrator. And it's allowed us to service our customers as we do. When we look at a building, we look at the building holistically. We look at the entire envelope of a building, and we try to provide the best world-class solutions and services for that facility. A big part of that is security. We do CCTV, access control, biometrics, analytics, AI. Not much that weapon detection system, there's not much that we don't do within the security group. We call it kind of more of a white glove security group because we live on the edge of technology. We understand it. We have highly trained technicians along with programmers, installers, and of course our leadership. So today we're going to talk a little bit about access control. Well, access control there's 2 types of systems we're going to talk about today. One is a premise-based system, the other is a cloud-based system. Well, what does that mean? Well, a premise-based system is just that. The server is held on site at the customer's facility. The software is on site. It's upgraded manually by an individual. And the entry level is a little more expensive for a premise-based system than a cloud-based system. But on a cloud-based system, I will tell you that there are annual subscription fees. The good news is it allows you to install a full system at a lesser price, but when it comes to lifetime cost or overall cost of the system, say 5 years lifetime or 10 years lifetime, it balances out in the end. So starting with Schneider Electric's access control system called Access Expert. Access Expert is the cloud-based product, and it's been around for about 8 years now. The significance behind Access Expert is simple. It's mercury-based, or what we would call open architecture mercury-based boards. What does that mean? Well, there are companies out there that we compete with, and sometimes we even sell, Genetec, Linnell, and a few others, that are mercury-based products. Being mercury-based simply allows us, as the integrator, to go in and leave the existing controllers in place, the field-level controllers that are operating the doors. What we do is we're able to go in and reflash the firmware and reuse the architecture that's in place. Why is that important to a customer? Well, it allows you, quite frankly, if you're just not happy with your current provider, it allows you to change providers and even change manufacturers in some cases, since you can do open architecture with Mercury Flash. On the premise-based system, something that we've been installing a lot of over the years is Security Expert by Schneider Electric. Now, Security Expert was brought on about 5-6 years ago with a purpose. And the purpose was we had a ton of Andover continuous systems that were at the end of life, to be honest with you. They were over 20 years old. And we needed a solution to bring them forward. Well, we couldn't do it with Access Expert, so we were able to bring aboard Security Expert. Now, Security Expert is premise-based. It's server-based. The server's on at your facility, on your network, and it has manual upgrades whenever there's time to move the the firmware forward. And quite frankly, they're both great systems. Now, competition. We do a lot of competing with systems that are on the same tier. And I say tier because there's literally 50, 60, 70 different manufacturers of access control systems in the United States. But the ones that we compete against the most, and sometimes even sell because our customers have them already, is Linnell, Genetec, Avigilon, Honeywell, Butterfly MX, just to name a few. So what do you look for in your security integrator, or to put it in layman's terms, the company that maintains your access control system? Well, there's a lot of things to look at. One would be reputation. Two is, do they have an understanding of both types of platforms? When we built the security division, to be very frank with you, we started with the security tech first, and the second guy we added was an IT person, and the third person was a security tech, and the fourth was an IT person. And we've built that division having the complete understanding that it is very IT-based, IT-centric type of systems anymore. And everything that we do went from twisted pair to now Cat 6 cabling. And anytime you get into the Cat 6 world, you're going to realize that it's necessary to have people that understand computing, but also understand network topology along with network architecture. Again, this is just a simple description of what we're doing as an access control company along with a master system integrator for Schneider Electric. We currently have well over 100 installations. We have some very, when I say installations, I mean 100 customers. I'm not talking about just properties and facilities. We have one hospital property alone that has 32 buildings. We have one industrial client that is a commercial manufacturer of home goods in which we have over 40 buildings. We've been in the business long enough to understand that this is not a transactional relationship. The most important thing that we can do with our clients is continue to maintain our capabilities, which are very important, but our complete understanding of not just the existing systems, but also the technology that's on the horizon. As a group, and in our leadership group in the security side of Wadsworth Solutions, 2-3 times a year, we spend time traveling not just around the country, but we've also been over to Europe a few times to see what the best technology available is for our clients. We want to ensure that whoever we're providing security to is going to not just get the best system, but get the latest system as well. So with that being said, appreciate you joining us for episode 6. We're trying to keep these brief. And again, my name is Jeff Grote with the Lion Share Company. If you have any security needs, we would love to have these discussions with you. Have a great day.